The distant sound of jet engines fills the darkness. Airport announcements echo through a vast terminal. A boarding pass printer chirps. A scanner beeps. Then another and another narrator. Most passengers check in because they intend to travel. But one man spent years checking into flights he never boarded, and nobody could explain why. July 14th, 2018. A major international airport is beginning another ordinary day. Hundreds of travelers move through the terminal. Rolling suitcases glide across polished floors. Departure screens flash destinations from around the world. Among them walks a man in his mid-50s, neatly dressed, calm, and completely unremarkable. The kind of traveler nobody would remember, except someone eventually did. The airport serves millions of passengers every year. Thousands pass through its terminals daily. Most are forgotten within minutes. Yet over time, employees began noticing the same face appearing again and again. Former check-in agent. The first time I saw him, nothing seemed unusual. He bought a ticket. He checked in normally. He smiled. He thanked me. He looked like every other passenger. Surveillance footage later reviewed by investigators showed the same routine repeated countless times. The man would arrive at nearly the same hour every morning. He would approach the airline counter with valid identification, receive a boarding pass, pass through security screening, and make his way toward the departure gate. Everything about his behavior suggested he intended to travel, yet records would later reveal something strange. He never did. Gate agent. I remembered him because he was friendly. He always said good morning, but I couldn't remember ever seeing him board an aircraft. Security footage from different days appeared almost identical. The man would sit quietly near his assigned gate, sometimes reading, sometimes watching aircraft taxi across the runway. Hours would pass. Boarding announcements would begin. Passengers would line up. The aircraft would be ready, yet the man remained seated. Then, moments before final boarding calls, he would stand, collect his belongings, turn away from the aircraft, and walk back to the terminal. He never boarded. At first, nobody thought much about it. Airports are full of unusual situations. Passengers miss flights, change plans, or experience emergencies every day. But this kept happening. Weeks became months. Months became years. Terminal supervisor. At first, I thought I'd simply seen him on another shift. Then I realized I had been seeing him repeatedly. The same person. The same routine. Over and over. Different flights. Different destinations. The same outcome. Check in. Pass security. Wait at the gate. Leave. The pattern might have remained unnoticed forever if not for one curious employee. Airports run on data. Every ticket purchase creates a record. Every boarding pass scan creates another. Every security checkpoint leaves a digital trail. Eventually, someone decided to look. Inside a quiet operations office, airline staff began reviewing passenger records. One name appeared repeatedly. Again, and again, and again. Airline record specialist. I thought it was a system error. There was no way the numbers could be correct. The initial search revealed dozens of separate check-ins with no completed journeys. Staff expanded the search. The number climbed higher. Every record told the same story. The man purchased legitimate tickets. He checked in normally. He passed through airport security. He entered the departure area. Then, before boarding began, he left. Again and again. Airline analyst. We thought something was wrong with the database, but the records were accurate. He really wasn't boarding. Security reports offered no explanation. His identification was valid. His tickets were legitimate. His screenings raised no concerns. There were no violations, warnings, or suspicious incidents. Everything appeared normal. Yet, nothing about the situation felt normal anymore. As employees continued discussing the mysterious traveler, they discovered something even stranger. Nearly everyone recognized him. Customer service manager. Eventually, employees started talking. Someone would say, "He's back." And everyone knew exactly who they meant. Years of surveillance footage painted an unsettling picture. Winter became spring. Spring became summer. Summer became autumn. The same man appeared again and again, carrying the same small bag and following the same routine, always arriving, never departing, Then investigators discovered the number that transformed curiosity into a full-scale investigation. The man had checked into flights hundreds of times. He had completed 0 journeys. Airline record specialist. I remember staring at that number and asking myself one question. Why would someone spend years preparing to travel without ever leaving the ground? For years, nobody had bothered to ask. Now investigators could think of little else, because somewhere within those hundreds of check-ins was a reason, a secret, or perhaps a story nobody had yet uncovered. And the deeper they looked, the stranger it became. Why would someone repeatedly prepare to fly, but never leave the ground?